some are impacted by both. I do need this weapon in Frost. You're not wrong. I think we're fine though. Are you kidding me?
But that's alright.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yo guys, what is up? Max in a Wonderlands video, and today we are talking about an absolutely absurd interaction with one of the new DLC items. If you did not know, DLC 2 Glutton's Gamble released today, and with it, a slew of new guns and gear and spells. I have not gotten all of the new gear yet. I will have a video on my opinions on all of the gear and stuff like that, but there is a crazy, absolutely absurd interaction with the new melee weapon, and I want to show you guys the new melee weapon and how this interaction works, because it one-shots bosses. Really cool. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get right into it. So this new melee weapon is called the Salt and Battery. As far as I can tell, it comes in all elements and non-elemental, and it reads, Salt, melee attacks increase your melee critical hit chance by 20% on every hit until a melee critical hit occurs, resetting this bonus. And then it's got the Battery, which is melee critical hits spawn a dagger storm. Now, this weapon rolls with 0% critical hit chance, meaning you cannot crit with it unless you are either in From the Shadows or you're stacking up its passive to give yourself a guaranteed melee critical hit after at least five melee hits. And when you do critical hit, you summon a Dagger Storm. Now, this Dagger Storm is what makes this weapon so freaking strong. I don't have a great roll on this. I've just been messing around with the one that I got. If you want to get this thing, I recommend either farming the Wheel in the DLC, that's where I've gotten my first one, as well as the Chaos Chamber Bunny for melee weapons. I can drop from there. But the reason this weapon is so crazy is because this melee storm, or the Dagger Storm, is melee damage and works with melee skills. And the one that's absolutely insane with it, so far from what I can test or try, is Alchemic Agent. Alchemic Agent reads, melee critical hits apply a random status effect. Now, this tornado hits many times, and when you melee with it, you get a melee storm that is constantly melee critical hitting, way faster than you could ever melee critical hit with anything else. And those constant melee critical hits are going to be proccing tons of status effect damage. And I'm currently rocking a status effect contagion setup with status effect damage. If you did not know, the new class mod is also a status effect piece of gear. It increases your status effect damage and your status effect chance, which I think will work perfectly with this. So I just wanted to show you a kill. I kind of messed up on the previous recording, so I split it. But I'm not wearing any class mod, just using this weapon. I've got an Empowering Sigil with melee damage on, my Cursed Wit with action skill start, my Live Wire with action skill start melee damage, that's spellcast melee damage, and this is poison damage. I'm not sure exactly how I would ideally spec this build, and I would like to make a full build around this because I think it's so cool and you can summon all these crazy tornadoes. But like, even without a class mod, just this weapon and this interaction with a Live Wire, it does some really gross damage, which is super cool to see. This tornado is, there's a lot of cool things that you could do with it, and summoning tornadoes across the battlefield are really awesome. So I just want to show you guys what this looks like mobbing, because it's pretty cool, and then we're probably gonna head out. And the new DLC, so far I've enjoyed it a lot more than the prior one. It's still the same format, it's still the same length as the first DLC, but I do think it's an improvement. There's less like objectives that are like tedious. The enemy density feels a lot better in this Chaos Chamber, or the DLC. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I will have guides out on all the new weapons. This is the new melee weapon, which I wanted to show off. It's crazy freaking strong, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Take care, guys. Peace.